I would like to offer my heartfelt greetings to the dear people of our country. I once again extend my deepest condolences for the martyrdom of our esteemed Supreme Leader and the noble commanders of our beloved nation, as well as for the innocent and oppressed students who were victims of those who falsely claimed to uphold human rights, those who falsely claimed to champion freedom, and those who falsely claimed to represent humanity. Innocent people were killed by bombing, and a process that unfortunately continues without regard for all international laws. They bomb wherever they want, and they don't hesitate to target schools, hospitals, and various centers across the nation. It is important for me to acknowledge that the noble people of our country, despite all the immense hardships they face, are present on the scene every night. From every Iranian, from anyone living in Iran, regardless of their religion, their status, or their appearance, their presence to defend the integrity of our Iranian soil, our truly proud historical Iran, makes our enemies to disappoint what they have in mind, and we are truly grateful for these noble people. All the disagreements, concerns, and resentment that we've harbored against each other, I am convinced and I firmly believe that today we must put all of this aside. We all must join hands, unite, and with all our might defend our land, our soil, our homeland. We will stand firm to the death so that we can bring our Iran out of this current crisis with its head held high. And as for us wanting to surrender unconditionally, they should take such a dream to their graves. The principles we uphold are international laws, and humanitarian frameworks. And those very principles they themselves claim to advocate for. They should fundamentally adhere to them. They have absolutely no right to disregard. The legitimate rights and sovereignty of all nations. And naturally, that includes our own country, Iran. It is essential for me here to apologize to the neighboring countries that have been attacked by Iran on my own behalf, because this course of events, with the tragic circumstances that transpired, led to our commanders, our revered leader, our beloved ones, truly sacrificing their precious lives because of the savage and brutal aggression that was unleashed upon us. And our valiant armed forces, those heroes who are ever ready to lay down their lives, who have placed their very existence in the palm of their hands, are here to valiantly defend our nation's territorial integrity. When the commanders were absent, they were given the authority to act independently. They carried out all the necessary actions, and with honor and strength, they defended our homeland. We have no intention of invading neighboring countries. As I have stated many times, they are our brothers. We must join hands with these dear ones in the region and establish peace and tranquility. And I truly hope that these incidents, in the decision we made yesterday in our Provisional Leadership Council, this decision was reported to the armed forces that from now on they should not target neighboring countries. They could launch an attack or perhaps fire missiles unless it is those specific countries that are planning to attack us also. And I firmly believe that we must resolve this critical issue through diplomatic means, rather than by engaging in conflicts with our neighboring countries and thereby creating further problems. Our dear people must understand that we in the government, all our ministers, and indeed all our forces, are working with the utmost dedication. We will not fall short in any way, as long as it is within our capabilities. We are the dedicated servants of these people. We will make every effort to ensure that no problems whatsoever arise from our side for our beloved people. But the truth is, it's war. We have prepared for war, and we will continue to do so. And I pray to Almighty God in this holy month to bestow upon us this belief, faith, and conviction so that we can powerfully and honorably defend the integrity of our country, the pride and dignity of our people, and may this serve as a lesson for future generations that Iranians are always together in every circumstance that demands it. We must stand united, and I sincerely hope that those neighboring countries, where certain groups or factions are contemplating, using this very opportunity to launch an attack on our land, will heed this message. It would be far better for them not to become mere pawns in the hands of imperialism. We may certainly have our own disagreements. We may certainly have our own disagreements and complaints with each other, but right now, to support Israel, which is actively committing genocide, and America, which is engaged in plunder and exploitation, the continued presence of these nations will forever cast a deep shadow of dishonor, of utter lack of integrity. I don't even know how to properly express it. It is truly awful to become a mere plaything in the hands of colonizers and genocidal regimes, especially for those who genuinely believe they are striving to achieve their own freedom and dignity. Dignity cannot be attained when you align yourselves with cunning foxes, with blatant liars, and with those who actively promote ignorance and deceit. If we have differences, it's better we sit down together and resolve them, but let's not be manipulated by Israel and America. May you be proud, victorious, and successful, God willing.
Saudi Arabia has dropped a major nuclear hint while battling missiles and drones. In further escalation, Saudi Arabia invoked its defense agreement with nuclear-armed Pakistan to counter the ongoing attacks. This as several drones and a missile were launched towards Saudi Arabia. The Defense Ministry said it intercepted 5 drones launched towards vital installations. Immediately, the kingdom's air defenses sprang into action and destroyed the drones in mid-air. 4 of those drones were intercepted over the vast Rab al-Khali, also known as the Empty Quarter, as they flew toward the strategic Sheba oil field in southern Saudi Arabia. The Sheba oil field is one of the kingdom's major energy hubs, making it a high-value target in the escalating regional conflict. One was downed near Riyadh. In a separate incident, Saudi forces also intercepted and destroyed a ballistic missile launched toward Prince Sultan Air Base, a key military installation southeast of Riyadh. The Saudi Defense Ministry did not disclose who launched the drones and missile, but the incidents come amid rising tensions and a surge in missile and drone attacks across the Middle East. The Gulf states have been dragged into the conflict after the U.S. and Israel launched attacks against Iran, prompting fierce retaliation from Tehran against Washington's regional allies hosting American bases and assets. Meanwhile, amid rising tensions, Saudi Arabia and Pakistan are stepping up high-level military consultations. Saudi Defense Minister Khalid bin Salman Al Saud met with Pakistan's Chief of Army Staff, Asim Munir. They discussed what Riyadh described as Iranian aggression against the kingdom. The Saudi Defense Ministry said the talks were held within the framework of the Strategic Defense Agreement between the two brotherly countries. The ministry added that both sides expressed their hope that the Iranian side would prevail with wisdom and the voice of reason and stay away from misguided calculations. Remember, Pakistan and Saudi Arabia signed a Strategic Mutual Defense Agreement in September 2025, committing to a NATO-style pact where any aggression against one nation is considered an attack on both. However, Pakistan has so far stayed out of the conflict, despite Iran's repeated attacks on vital installations in Saudi Arabia, while Riyadh, too, hasn't intervened militarily in Pak-Afghan conflict. The conflict in the Middle East has widened after the U.S. and Israel carried out major strikes against Iran that killed the country's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. In Pakistan, hundreds of protesters stormed the U.S. consulates, while at least 26 people were killed as protesters clashed in firing by U.S. Marines and security forces.